For so long, so many men have accused me of being biased. They said, Cook, you never do any tutorials on men. Everything that you say, all of your posts, mainly benefit women. And so I wanted to take an opportunity to do a tutorial for men because as a coach, one of the number one questions that I get asked all the time is how do you get a woman? How do you get women? And while I don't have any game to give you, I can just give you the fundamentals of what works, of what works. So it's not going to be what you think because you think a lot of men think that you have to have a certain game. No, you don't have to have game. I promise you. You don't have to have game. You have to change your energy about yourself. And it first starts with your hygiene. Your hygiene. So in this segment, I want to offer up a couple of hygiene tools that I recommend to get yourself going. And I promise you that when you get your hygiene together, that's 80%. And I'm going to say that's about 60%. And then it's your confidence. But it's your hygiene first. Your hygiene will speak for you. So I want to offer you up a couple of tools. The first tool is that you have to get yourself a high-powered toothbrush. A high-powered toothbrush. You can't have or you can't be cheap on your hygiene. Unequivocally, you can't be cheap on your hygiene. Now, this particular toothbrush costs about $200. You have to get yourself an electronic toothbrush. You can't go cheap because when people see you, they see your smile. And in accordance with that, you have to get some nice toothpaste. So you have this one. This costs about, you can't spare any expenses, fellas. This costs about $12.99. This costs about $12.99. You get both. This costs about $12.99. You can get it at any Target. I use this little toothpaste. It costs about $25, but it's worth it. It gets rid of plaque and things of that nature. Again, you can't spare any expense. Also, you have to get yourself a tongue scraper. You don't want all of that white stuff on your tongue. So you want to get yourself a tongue scraper so that when you go to, open your mouth and you talk, your tongue is nice and, it's nice and clean. Hygiene is everything. Spare no expense. Another tool that I use, you don't have to do this per se, but those other things in terms of the electronic toothbrush, the toothpaste and things, you have to get yourself some nice mouthwash. I didn't bring it in here, but I use these tools right here. I use this. This is just to scrape any plaque off of your teeth. And you have to get some nice floss. So I went over a couple of things. I hope that you are taking notes. I didn't bring the floss in here either. The number one is that you have to have the tongue scraper. You have not a high power toothbrush. You can get the Philips, or you can get a Sonic high power toothbrush. Spare no expense. The other thing that we conversed about is that to get a tongue scraper. Why? So that when you converse, you don't have all of that white stuff on your tongue. The next thing is that you have to get some good quality toothpaste. Good quality toothpaste. Why? Because your teeth is everything. Your smile is everything. When a woman looks at you, they look at your smile. First is your confidence, then it's your smile. Then you have to get some nice floss. Flossing is essential. You have to brush your teeth at night, and you have to floss so you won't have gingivitis. You have to floss. Get yourself some nice floss. There's this floss, some good floss called Reach. Go get invest in some good dental floss. Every day, day in and day out, brush your teeth. Hygiene, and I'm I'm just giving you what works. This is the tutorial. This is not me coming at you, or don't let your ego get involved as it pertains to what I'm conversing with you about. This is me talking to you man to man. Forget about all of that having game and saying something nice to get a woman. No, you don't need that. This is what will get you into a woman's life, will get yourself a girlfriend or a wife. And also this will get you into corporate America. And this will get you into places where normally you would not be. Your hygiene. Secondly, let's talk about your hairs, your different hairs. This is what I use. This is for your nose hair. To get all the hair out your nose, the hair off of your ears. You have to buy one of these. This is by Walls. So nobody wants to have all of that hair in their nose and so on and so forth and hair in your ears. So you get yourself some Walls. This is like $8. Get this. Secondly, this is what I use to shape up. This is by Philips Norelco. This is just to touch up. You can buy clippers or whatever, but you have to have an appearance. You just can't just walk around looking any old kind of way. I'm talking about shavers. Lastly, you have to invest in a shaver for your groin area. I use this. It's called Happy Nuts, the Baller. This is for down there. You got, just like women, they shave. Men got to shave too. You got to be fresh. Nobody wants to go and sit down and something say, shh. No, you got to stay fresh. You got to feel good about yourself. This will make you feel good about yourself. You don't have to have game, man. All of these jokers out here that has game and all of that, they will get somebody. When you have game, that means that you have to put on a certain air about yourself that doesn't exist. So everybody out here that puts this game on of this air that doesn't exist, they will attract the person that's attracted to that game. We ain't got time for that. So this is part 1 of my tutorial. Get these necessary instruments, and I promise you, you're almost there. The next segment, we're going to talk about smell goods, and we're going to talk about hair products and skin products. Okay, we're going to talk about that. But for right now, we talked about the things that you need, and you can buy yourself some clippers. Like I had some clippers, I didn't bring it in here, to keep you shaved and so on and so forth. But to each his own as it pertains to that. But I gave you the essentials. Forget about trying to get game. Get your hygiene. Stay fresh. Stay fresh. This is tutorial number 1. Do me a favor. Share this with as many people as possible. Like my YouTube page. It's called Coach Cook's Podcast. Like, follow, subscribe to this video. Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you. And I'll see you with the next segment.